All right, tech founders and executives, we will build you a video podcast that's going to get you 4 to 10 leads every single month, or you do not pay. And the great thing is, all these leads are qualified because they're going to be your ideal customer. We're going to do this all without spending money on ads, speaking into the void. You're not going to have to manage a ton of new employees or waiting months for real results. We're going to get them for you fast. So everything in this document that we're going to go over is going to be completely done for you. And if you want to become a client, go to jacksdwyer.com and you can book in a link to meet with us. So who's this podcast funnel for? This podcast funnel is for venture capital firms that are looking to enhance deal flow and visibility. It's for tech founders that are looking to increase their authority and improve their business development. So essentially, we book in calls with your ICP. And then who's this not for? This is for companies that don't have any testimonials, no case studies. They're pitching an offer that doesn't convert, and it just wouldn't be the right fit for us. All right, quick background on myself. I'm Jax, the man talking to you right now. I'm the founder of the Building Web 3 podcast and the podcast funnel that you're about to learn about right now. I've had 72 million organic views online and 178,000 followers across all my accounts, and only to be growing. I have 8+ years of building marketing solutions at Google and BlackRock. I've created and hosted over 100 plus podcast episodes, and honestly, that's an understatement. And I've been press at Consensus, Bitcoin Miami, Nashville, ETH Milan, Solana Breakpoint, Token 2049. I get press passes to pretty much everything. And here's just some stats from the last year. So 60 million views last year. Now, let's go over our proven success, because it's not just that I've done this for me, although I've launched niche podcasts for myself, which got from 0 to 117,000 impressions in 60 days. So pretty good for a niche podcast. And then we've also helped create podcasts for other companies. So we've created Zero G's podcast on decentralized AI to help them become a go-to authority on on-chain AI. And for anyone that doesn't know what that is, it's pretty much just crypto version of AI. And it's not just that we work with crypto companies. You know, I have my own crypto podcast. I've helped the Zero Gravity team, but I've also helped Jillian Mealy and Justine Ward. And we help them create a multi-channel marketing podcast for their creator businesses, because they each run consulting businesses. And you might find it curious. Oh, these big media heads, they come to me to launch their podcast. These are news anchors with over 250,000 followers, and they trust me to create their podcast for them. This was the credentialed podcast that we created for them. So a little bit on how the podcast works. One is we book in all the interviews for you. So we secure interviews. We learn about who your ideal customer profile is. We're going to get them on the podcast. We're going to put your brand in front of the right people, right? And the podcast is a relationship building exercise. Not only we're going to get content for you guys, we're going to foster relationships with your ideal customer profile, transforming them from cold to warm and ready to buy leads. Then we're going to handle all the podcast production for you. So we're going to manage every single aspect of the production, from the editing to delivering to the writing the copy, the descriptions, the thumbnails, everything in a totally professional episode that's going to resonate exactly with your audience. Then we're going to help you with the distribution. So we're going to help you with SEO. We're going to make sure that it's optimized for YouTube, for Twitter, for LinkedIn, wherever your customers are there, we're going to reach them. Then, because we have all this content, we've been meeting with your ICP, we've been meeting with industry experts, we're going to start attracting inbound leads. So your content is going to position you as an industry authority. There's something really interesting about podcasting where you instantly become an authority and somebody that people look up to and respect, and they want to be on your podcast. So a little bit about how this works, in case you like a visual diagram. It's essentially, you got the host, that'd be me or someone that I place, and then it would be a guest. They come on the podcast, you guys talk. We embed certain questions into the podcast that lead to a sales cycle. So essentially, a podcast episode very sneakily resembles a sales thing. So there's only 3 outcomes that come out. Is we close the prospect, we book a call to then close the prospect or downsell them, or we determine that they're not a great fit, but they may know people in the industry that we want to talk to. So then we're going to get a referral for a future guest, a future business development relationship, and then we continue to nurture that relationship as things go on. So if you're at all interested in this podcast funnel, in getting more leads, in boosting your revenue, in becoming an authority in your industry, I highly recommend you book a call, because this podcast as a service offer delivers quality leads every single month. It's fully managed from distribution to production to getting the people on the interviews, and we make it very easy for your sales team to convert those interviewees into clients. So one thing I always have to say, and this isn't some like weird scarcity tactic, is I really only have the capacity to work with 5 clients at a time. And currently I only have 2 spots left. And I would hate for you to miss this opportunity to amplify your revenue and grow your brand. So I want you to go to jacksdwyer.com and book in a call for the podcast funnel if you believe that this is going to help your business grow. If so, I'm looking forward to speaking with you soon.